My child, listen with the deepest part of your being, for these are not mere words, but a current of love flowing directly to the core of your soul. The calendar on your wall tells you that tomorrow marks the conclusion of a month, a simple turning of a page. But I am the God of seasons, the author of time itself, and I tell you that this turning page is a symbol of a far more profound transition in your life. It is not just one thing that is ending, but a series of great closures that are making way for a dawn you have only dared to dream of. I have been with you in the unseen places, in the quiet solitude where your true heart is revealed. I have witnessed the silent battles waged within your mind. I have collected every tear that has fallen when no one was watching, and I have leaned in to hear the faintest whispers of prayer that escaped your lips in the darkest hours. A new era in your existence is about to begin, but for the new to flourish, the old must first be lovingly and completely brought to its end. The first great ending, my beloved child, is the long and weary season of waiting. I know the ache of the waiting room of life. I have seen you sit in the quiet halls of waiting, where the only sound is the echo of your own hopes and the ticking of a clock that seems to mock your patience. You have waited for my promises to manifest, for doors of opportunity to swing open, for relationships to be mended, for provision to arrive, for your purpose to become clear. This prolonged state of anticipation has been a heavy cloak upon your shoulders, at times causing you to question my timing, my goodness, and even my presence. The delay has felt like a denial, and the silence has felt like an absence. But hear me now, the era of waiting is over. The chains of stagnation and delay that have held you in a state of suspended animation are now being shattered by my sovereign hand. Every sigh of your heart was a prayer that reached my throne. Every moment of frustration was a cry I registered. Prepare your spirit, for a divine acceleration is coming. I am about to shift your circumstances with a swiftness that will take your breath away, moving you from the desolate wilderness of waiting into the promised land I have meticulously prepared for you. You will look back and understand with perfect clarity that my delays were not rejections. They were sacred periods of preparation, sculpting you, strengthening you, and aligning everything perfectly for a blessing far grander and more intricate than you ever could have conceived. The second thing that is drawing to a close, my precious one, is the reign of fear in your life. Fear has been a cruel master, a shadowy phantom that has stalked your every step. It has whispered lies in the dead of night, painting vibrant futures in shades of gray. It has told you that you are not enough, that your past defines you, that the door of opportunity is locked and the key is lost. It has constricted your heart, paralyzed your will, and cast a long, dark shadow over your perception of yourself and your destiny. But I declare to you today that fierce dominion is ending. Tomorrow, you will begin to rise not with trembling hesitation, but with a holy boldness, a quiet courage that is not born of human bravado but is a direct impartation from my spirit. I will pour into you a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. This newfound confidence will not be rooted in your abilities, your accomplishments, or your resources, but in the unshakable foundation of my promises to you. You will step into the light of the new day fully aware that you are enveloped in my love, a love so perfect it casts out all fear. You will walk with the profound knowledge that you are my child, and that no weapon, no word, no scheme formed against you will ever succeed. Do not allow the ghost of fear to choose your path or color your dreams any longer. I am with you, and my presence is your ultimate security. The third closure you will experience, my child, is the end of the recurring cycle of disappointment. My heart has ached with yours through every letdown, every broken promise, every act of betrayal. I have seen the moments when people you trusted have failed you, when circumstances have twisted into what seems a cruel parody of fairness, and when the sheer weight of life's burdens has pressed you down relentlessly. But I am now stepping in as the God of divine conclusion. I am bringing an end to that pattern of heartbreak, where there have been voids left by the unmet expectations and broken trust of others. I will pour in my unwavering faithfulness. I will fill those empty spaces, not with temporary fixes, but with my everlasting joy, my transcendent peace, and my complete restoration. You will begin to see with new eyes that my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. You will understand that what appeared to be a dead end was actually a sacred detour, and what felt like a devastating failure was, in my grand design, the necessary setup for an unprecedented triumph. Place your trust in me, my child, for unlike the shifting sands of human fallibility, I am the rock that never moves. I do not fail, and I will never ever forsake my own. The fourth great ending is the season of confusion and paralyzing uncertainty. I know the turmoil of a mind lost in a fog. There have been countless moments where you have stood at a crossroads, overwhelmed by the choices before you, unsure of which direction to turn. The burden of making the right decision has felt immense, and the fear of making a mistake has kept you standing still. Tomorrow, that fog begins to recede. A divine clarity will descend upon you like the morning sun burning away the mist. My Spirit, your counselor and guide, will begin to speak to you with unmistakable precision, illuminating the very next step you must take. The grand blueprint of your life may not be revealed all at once, but the path immediately before you will be lit. You no longer need to carry the weight of anxiety about the future, for I have already journeyed into your tomorrows and have made the crooked paths straight. Every step you take from this day forward, when taken in faith, will be a step ordered by me. Every turn in the road will be a turn that leads you closer to the glorious destiny I have woven for you since before the foundation of the world. And the fifth most pivotal thing that is ending, my child, is the old version of yourself. The self that was defined by doubt is now passing away. The self that was paralyzed by hesitation is being left behind. The self that clung to the ghosts of past mistakes, that wore regret like a heavy garment, that saw itself through a lens of inadequacy, the self is expiring. Tomorrow, you do not just turn a new leaf, you become a new creation. You step into a renewed and true identity, an identity that is not built on your performance or your history, but is immutably rooted in my unconditional love, my limitless grace, and my divine purpose for you. You are not who you were. The limitations of your past no longer have any claim on your future. I am doing a new thing within you. Your heart is being renewed, your mind is being rewired with my truth, and your spirit is awakening to a fullness of life, a richness of being that you have never before experienced. You will rise with a strength that defies your natural capacities, a wisdom that transcends earthly knowledge, and a courage that extinguishes fear. Do not grieve these endings, my beloved child, for they are the holy and necessary prerequisites for new life. The sun must surrender to the horizon for the dawn to have its glory. The seed must fall into the darkness of the soil and die to itself before it can burst forth into a magnificent tree. In the same way, these seasons of your life must gracefully conclude so that a new, more vibrant life may spring forth. I am the God of glorious new beginnings. My greatest delight is to take the ashes of your life and build a palace, to turn your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into uncontainable laughter, and your most difficult trials into your most powerful triumphs. I have seen it all. Every tear that fell in the silence of your room I have kept. Every prayer uttered under your breath in a moment of desperation, I have recorded. Every fragile hope, every deep desire, every unspoken longing of your heart, I have held them all, and I tell you, not one has been in vain. Tomorrow, you will begin to see the tangible fruit of your faithfulness. The patience you have cultivated in the long wait, the obedience you have shown even when you did not understand, it will all begin to manifest in glorious ways. That which was delayed will be released with force. That which was broken will be restored to a beauty greater than the original. That which was hidden in the shadows will be brought into my marvelous light. I know you have wrestled, my child. You have looked at your life and asked, why me? Why has this been so hard? Why has it taken so long? And I answer you now with a heart full of love. Every delay was a masterstroke of my infinite wisdom. In the waiting, I was shaping your character. In the trials, I was forging your strength. In the silence, I was teaching you to listen for my voice alone. You have been in the refiner's fire, not for punishment, but for purification. You have been tempered by the storms, not to be broken, but to be made resilient. You have been polished by perseverance, not to be worn down, but to be made to shine. And now, the time of your emergence has come. Do not waste a moment looking back, for the past is a shadow that has no power over the substance of your future. Do not cling to the comfort of what was, for it has no authority over what will be. Open your arms and your heart to embrace the new dawn that is breaking just for you. Breathe in the fresh wind of my spirit. Walk through the door that I am holding wide open. I am personally leading you into a season of spiritual, emotional, and physical abundance. The chains of limitation are falling. The walls of fear are crumbling. The darkness of confusion is dissipating. You are stepping into a wide, open space of light, a place of divine power, a place where my presence will be so tangible it will move mightily in every area of your life. And you will not make this transition alone. I am with you. My hand is in yours. I will guide your every step. I will whisper my divine counsel directly into your heart. I will illuminate your path with the light of my word and my spirit. When you feel weak, you will find my inexhaustible strength. When you feel afraid, you will discover my unyielding courage. When you despair, you will be overcome by my defiant hope. You will begin to witness miracles in the mundane, to find blessings in the ordinary, and to experience my love in ways you never thought possible. The old season, as difficult as it was profoundly necessary. It stripped away all that was not of me, all that was not meant to remain. It revealed what is truly of eternal value and prepared the soil of your heart for what is about to be planted. Every loss has created space for a greater gain. Every heartbreak has softened your heart to receive a deeper love. Every disappointment has been a seed that, when surrendered to me, will grow into a testimony of my restorative power. Do not despise the lessons learned in the hardship, for they have been the very scaffolding upon which your destiny is being built. I am bringing you into fullness, into wholeness, into the abundant life I promised. Your part is simple, my child. Open your heart to receive it. Do not resist these endings. See them as my loving hands sculpting you, molding you, and guiding you into the most glorious version of yourself. Trust me completely. Lean on my strength, not your own. Wait with expectant hope, not with anxious dread. And as you do this, you will see with your own eyes that what you once perceived as a final, painful end was merely the beginning of something more beautiful, more profound, and more wonderful than you ever dared to imagine. I am the God who restores, the God who redeems, the God who makes all things new. The tears you have shed will become the very water that nourishes the ground for your breakthroughs. The prayers you have prayed have been building a foundation for your victories. The faith you have held onto, even when it was as small as a mustard seed, is about to blossom into a mighty tree of testimony that will give shelter to many. So tomorrow, my child, step into your new season. Step into it with the boldness of a lion and the confidence of a king's child, for that is who you are. Step into it with a heart overflowing with gratitude, for every ending has been a servant that has brought you to this glorious moment. Step into it with wide-eyed expectation, for I am about to perform wonders that will defy your comprehension. Step into it with a deep, abiding peace, for I am with you, and I am for you. And if I am for you, who can possibly be against you? No force in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can thwart the good plans I have for you. Remember this always. Endings in my kingdom are not punishments, they are preludes. They are the sacred closing of one door so that another, infinitely brighter, wider, and more glorious door may be open. Let go of what is passing away. Release it all into my hands. Your fears, your doubts, your disappointments, and your old, limited sense of self. Take my hand now and let us walk together out of the shadows and into the brilliant light of your tomorrow. Walk with joy, knowing that I am leading you personally into the destiny I have promised. Be still for a moment, my child, and know that I am God. In the midst of this monumental change, in the shadow of so much uncertainty giving way to light, know that I am your constant. I am your refuge. I am your strength. I am your portion forever. Trust in me with all of your heart. Do not try to figure it all out on your own. In every single thing you do, acknowledge me, and I promise you, I will make your paths straight. What is ending now is only making room for that which is eternal, that which is divine, that which is good, perfect, and pleasing in my sight. Do not fear tomorrow, my child. Rejoice in it. Embrace it. Celebrate it, for I am with you. I am actively and intricately working all things together for your ultimate good. I am opening doors you cannot yet see. I am releasing blessings you cannot yet comprehend. And I am about to reveal the breathtaking depth of my love for you in ways that will leave you in reverent awe. Remember, the greatest testimonies are not born from laughs of ease, but from the moments when faith is challenged to its core. The victories that shine with the most brilliant light are those forged in the hottest fires of adversity. The joy that will fill your soul beyond all measure is the joy that comes from having endured the storm while clinging tightly to me. Do not give up, my beloved. What I am preparing for you is not found on the path of least resistance. I am the grand weaver, and I am orchestrating all the events of your life, the people, the circumstances, the challenges, and the breakthroughs, into a divine tapestry so intricate and so beautiful that only from the perspective of eternity will you see its full glory. Every act of belief, every prayer whispered in faith, every step taken in courage despite the fear, it all contributes to this masterpiece. I want you to understand that belief in me is not a passive state of mind. It is not simply acknowledging my existence from a distance. True, living belief is an active, vibrant force. It is the engine that drives your decisions, the filter that colors your words, the power behind your actions, and the lens that shapes your entire perspective. It is the force that carries you when your own strength fails, a light that refuses to be extinguished by darkness. When you actively believe, you are plugging into my limitless power. You are aligning yourself with my eternal purposes. You are tapping into the very heart of heaven, where nothing is impossible for me, and where every one of my promises finds its yes and amen. Do not be swayed by the loud and convincing arguments of the world. The world will try to tell you that I am distant, that my silence is indifference, that your plight is of no concern to me. It will whisper that faith is for the foolish, belief for the naive, and hope for the weak. My child, you must actively resist these lies. Stand firm on the truth you know in your spirit. Hold fast to my word. Keep your eyes fixed on me, the unchanging one, not on the shifting shadows of your circumstances. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love for you does not waver. My commitment to you does not falter. My power is never diminished by human doubt or worldly chaos. I see the moments when you have stumbled. I see when doubt, like a venomous serpent, has crept into your heart. I see when your spirit feels weary and your soul feels dry. And yet, I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed. Instead, I am inviting you deeper. I am calling you to trust me more radically, to lean on me more heavily, to seek me more earnestly than ever before. Your weakness does not diminish your worth in my eyes. Your fear does not separate you from my presence. Every single time you turn back to me, even with trembling hands and a heart full of uncertainty, you are exercising faith. And that faith, no matter how small, is powerful enough to move mountains. It is the conduit for miracles. You may ask, my Father, why is this belief so crucial? Why must I hold on so tightly when the storm rages? Why must I trust when all evidence points to the contrary? I tell you this, my child. Your belief is the channel through which my glory flows into your reality. Your faith is the vessel I have chosen to fill with my blessings. It is the open hand through which I release healing, the listening ear through which I give guidance, the willing heart through which I accomplish victory. When you choose to believe, you are co-laboring with me in the divine work of creation. You are aligning your spirit with the unshakable, eternal truth that I am God, that I am good, and that I am eternally faithful. Without belief, the channel becomes blocked. The flow is hindered. The fullness of my promises, though ever present, cannot be received. Your belief is not an obligation I place upon you. It is a priceless treasure I invite you to possess. It is not a heavy burden, but a liberating blessing. Every act of trust, every word spoken in faith, every decision made in reliance on me is recorded in the halls of heaven and contributes to the unfolding of my eternal plan for you and for the world. You may not see the immediate results of your faith, but I see them. You may not feel the cosmic impact, but it is real and it is powerful. Every moment of faith is a seed sown into the fertile ground of my kingdom, and I promise you, it will bear fruit in its perfect season. Never forget, my beloved, that your belief is inextricably linked to my promises. I have promised to never leave you nor forsake you. I have promised to supply all of your needs according to my glorious riches. I have promised to give you a peace that transcends all human understanding. I have promised to guide you into all truth, to protect you from the evil one, and to reward those who diligently seek me. When you hold on to belief, you are not just wishing. You are claiming your inheritance. You are activating the power of my kingdom in your life. You are stepping into the reality I have ordained for you, a reality overflowing with hope, drenched in joy, defined by love, and filled with eternal significance. There will be moments when your faith is tested. There will be times when the storms seem relentless and the darkness feels impenetrable. In those times, when your heart is weak and your soul is tired, I want you to remember who I am. Remember my track record of faithfulness throughout all of history, in the lives of the saints, and in your own life. Remember that I am the God of impossible miracles, the God of radical restoration, the God of glorious resurrection. I am the one who turns sorrow into joy, mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, and defeat into everlasting triumph. Hold on to your belief, my child, even when every fiber of your being wants to let go, because in that precise moment of tension, Your faith becomes the bridge that spans the chasm between your present despair and the miracle I am about to perform. There is no force in the universe that can halt my plans for you. There is no problem so large that it can override my sovereign will. There is no disappointment so deep that it can nullify my redeeming love. When you believe in me, you are standing on the one sure foundation that can never be shaken. So I call to you now, my child, rise up in the Spirit, stand firm in your identity, hold fast to your hope, trust with abandon, believe with your whole heart, walk boldly in the faith I have given you. Let no trial, no circumstance, no voice of doubt, no shadow of despair move you from the path of unwavering belief. Let your heart be steadfast, your spirit resilient, and your eyes fixed solely upon me. For I am God, and I am working all things together for your good. You may stumble, but I will lift you up. You may question, but I will give you peace. Never ever give up on me, because I will never ever give up on you. Your faith is powerful. Your belief is mighty. Your trust is eternal. Hold on to me, my child, and watch. Watch as I move mountains on your behalf. Watch as I part the seas before you. Watch as I make a way where there is no way. Never stop believing, for your belief is the bridge to every blessing, the key to every miracle, the answer to every prayer, and the fulfillment of every promise I have ever spoken over your life. It is the song that delights my heart, the action that demonstrates your love, the choice that honors my name, and the weapon that overcomes every obstacle. Keep believing, my child, for I am God, and I am faithful. I am with you. I will never leave you. Amen.